going on, Conscious Crew? TGIF, TGIF, TGIF. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday and have an even better week. Before we get started, can you guys tell me if you guys can hear me? Can you guys hear me well? Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me just fine. Let me know what's going on. Okay. 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 Oh, shit. Hold on. God damn. Fucking up my hair. Hold on. All right. A one. Oh, nasty piece of one. Child. One. Oh, one. Oh, one. Push through. StreamYard. All right. What's going on, you guys? You guys already know we're here to get into, girl. We got a few things to get into, hot topics on today. Oh, my God. Shout out to my baby mother, Teresa, for the nasty piece. A child support check. Thank you, baby mother, for the nasty child support check. Y'all know all donation information is in the description box below. Before we get into it, you guys, make sure that you guys thumbs up the video until it's absolutely stuck. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary, because the king is in fact kanging, baby. Make sure that you guys have your notification bell set to all so that you never miss a day or hour when the king is live. Shout out to all of the new subbies. We are all-purpose platform and do it all here, girls. So get in where you fit in at. And last but not least, well, all donation information is also in the description box below. $ Consciouztv, Cash App, and PayPal.me/Consciouztv. Spelled just how it is here on the platform. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you in fact lay the link. Just let them whores know that we're live, and we are certainly in color. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, what's going on, you guys? So the reason I was asking y'all if y'all can hear me well is because StreamYard has a new microphone volume adjuster. I could always adjust y'all's volume if y'all hit the panel, but now I can also adjust my own, which wasn't always the case. And right now I'm using the built-in microphone on my MacBook, and I have it kind of sitting far away from me, and you guys can still hear me. Wow. So are you guys sure that y'all can hear me and hear me pretty good? Because this is pretty dope. Wow. I don't have to always, this is crazy. Let me see how I sound. Hold on, y'all. Let me do a personal audio check. Let me pull the stream up and see what I sound like. Before we get started, honey, y'all thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Run those likes up. Let me do a personal audio. Oh, wow. Yes, it sounds really good. Damn. Push through, StreamYard, girl. It need to be for $100 a month. It need to be Miss StreamYard. Get that right on together, honey. Give me a whole $100 bang for my motherfucking buck. Okay? What's going on, you guys? Hey, Ray. Hey, Sin. What's going on, Sherry? We're going to be talking about it, Sherry, on today's live. What's going on, Sable? Hey, St. Marquise. Hey, Chowder. Hey, Tiff. Hey, Teresa. What's going on, LaWanda? Hey, Danielle. What's going on, Deborah? Hey, Her Story. Hey, Miss Dawkins. Lady D. My old Nancy piece of Teresa. Hey, baby mother. What's going on? Hey, Crystal. Hey, Miss, I think I spoke to you, Miss Dawkins. Hey, y'all. Hey, Intersex. What's going on, Moody? Hi. Hey, Anna. What's going on, hey, Chantel? Hey, Boo. Hey, Toya. Hey, Amber. What's going on? Let me scroll down. Hey, Gabriella. Hey, Yorinda. What's going on, Pretty Bound Mimi? Hey, Boo. What's going on, Chief? Hey, Love. Hey, Lady Virgo. Hi. What's going on, Kimberly? Hey, y'all. Hey, C. CTV paying old nasty piece of phone. Bitch. Period. Okay? Baby, work is honest and pays some motherfucking bills, okay? Hey, Tyler. Hey, y'all. Somebody mentioned in the chat my Phoenix tattoo. I have one artist who does all of my tattoos. Tattoo Spirit. He's on my Instagram for those of you. If you're in the South Carolina region, my hometown, then he's a wonderful tattoo artist. He's done all of my work, including this beautiful portrait of myself merged with Jesus Christ. It was our own little reiteration, girl. And yeah, honey, he did all of that. And it's not even finished because I got to get all this down here tattooed. I want my back tattooed. I want my legs tattooed. I think I want to drag this black down to the furthest part of my knuckles. I want to get some smudging done on my fingers here. You know, baby, I'm ready to get crazy with it. I'm thinking about adding some more to my neck tattoo. So, you know, it's probably going to be a tattoo without summer, girl. I'm going to be butchered down to the ground over the summer. But we're here to get into some things, y'all. I saw some things run across my desk that I want to speak to because it is quite a bit going on in Hollywood. All right. Once again, please thumbs up the video, you guys. Yes, Daniel or Dan. I be calling you my cousin name. I got a male cousin named Daniel, so I be calling you Daniel, but you're the girl, Danielle. Yes, I'm too old to be in pain now. I got most of my tattoos when I was in my early 30s. Is when I really started getting slayed down to the ground. But now that I'm like almost 40, I'll be 40 in November, I have a very low pain tolerance, girl. I got such a low pain tolerance, I done had to be a full-time top these days. I can't even bottom no damn old baby, okay? I gotta be in the painless position every time. So I actually use numbing cream. There's this numbing cream called Speed, I believe. It's in a red and white tube. You guys can probably find it off of Amazon. And it works amazing. Like, I probably only felt 10% of this chest tattoo. It took about 25 minutes for it to start working. And I coated myself real well, girl. And she got me through every session. Without that numbing cream, I would not have been able to make it through, girl. That tattoo would have took me straight to the king, girl. I wouldn't have had nothing to bring. All right? But a wet chest to the Lord, girl. Okay? It's me and you now, Father, Son, and Holy Daughter. What's going on, Kimani? So let's go ahead and get into some things, y'all. Once again, thumbs up as you guys are coming in. Hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. First thing first, girl. The queens of rap, girl. Yes, I said queens with a S, girl. Either got 911 coming to the door or 911 arresting they motherfucking asses, okay? You guys know that on yesterday, we had, let me adjust my camera, we had reported that Nicki Minaj had been swatted, okay, for the third time. You guys know she's been an alleged victim of swatting all throughout 2024, 2023. However, her and her registered sex offending husband was not home at the time. So the police showed up to an empty house. Now, you guys know I went on my rant and I was saying how, you know, it's okay for people to not like celebrities and public figures, but people should not be doxing folk and weaponizing CPS or weaponizing 911 and really using civil resources to harass people just because you don't fucking like them. Like, there are better things to do with your time than to clog up civil resources like the police and the CPS system. However, it was brought to my attention that this might have been a scheme and a scam that Nicki and Todd had conjured up to bring back to us, girl, for the old deflection of it all. What's going on? Shout out to my baby mother, Tamika, again, for the old dancing piece. A child support check. Thank you, baby mother. Love you down boots. Okay? But it was brought to my attention, and I'm not saying this is true, girl. I'm just letting y'all know what the street committee is putting together. Do you guys know that on the same day, allegedly, that the swatting was reported to Nicki's home, Kenneth Petty had to go in for his 6-month quarterly photo update because you guys know he's on the SA registry. So he has to update his profile like a goddamn high school yearbook album, girl. So the word on the curb is that just to keep Kenneth's situation, girl, under wraps, since the Queen been keeping a low profile these days. Oh shit, I done fucked up. Hold on. I done fucked up the thing. Okay, here we go. That apparently the call to Nicki's house might have been coming from inside the damn house. Okay? They saying, girl, that the swatting situation was a private production led by the Petties, girl. And you know what? Stranger things have indeed happened. So, I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys find the timing of this eerily convenient? Do you guys think that Nicki and Kenneth put a fast one on the public, girl, by swatting themselves so that they could trend for something else, anything else aside from Kenneth going in for his updated SA selfie? What y'all think about that? Do y'all believe the call came from inside the house, or do you guys believe that the swatting situation was a genuine situation? And to make things even more interesting, you know, there really wasn't any reason for anybody to really troll Nicki because it ain't been nothing going on. The Queen has been lying dormant. She's been, you know, in hibernation. Okay? Now, another conspiracy was that, remember, I don't know whether it was Billboard or somebody had produced a greatest female rappers list. Nicki, of course, was number one. I'm not sure where Cardi B landed, but she damn sure obviously wasn't in the number one spot. So some people were saying that the swatting might have been retaliatory from the Barty gang against Bard Nation, girl. So it either was a result of fan warrings after that list came out, or the people are saying the call came from inside the motherfucking house in order to deflect, girl. What y'all think, child? This is so messy and scandalous. My God, today. Okay, Kimberly Black says, I wouldn't put anything past these. Right, like, this person is harboring, girl, a registered sex offender, for God's sake. So, how much could we put past the Queen? Also, Erica says Cardi B was way too high. And look, Erica, did you make the call? Did you make the call, girl, to the FBI yesterday, honey? Erica? You trying to tell us something in the comment section, sugar? Tyler Perry says Tyler Gray says he guilty. Kimani said definitely a publicity stunt. Teresa says not unless someone else from the inside had caught if Nicki pissed them off. Cardi was 14, I think. Oh, wow. Okay, so that gives plausible motive. From Barty Gang Nation, Grill. Erica says they did that shit. I know you lied, Grill. I still can't believe Nicki married Kenneth. They say love is love, but this is so messy. Well, you know what? I guess we can make it even messier because I wasn't going to touch on this story just yet because I wanted to see some further developments. But let me see if I have it pulled up here. Let me see. Hold on, you guys, because I might as well just alley-oop right on into the situation. Okay, yeah, I actually still have it up. Okay, hold on. Let me do something, girl. Hello to the other side. Because speaking of petty, check out the shit here, you all. Let me pull this up for you all. Hold on. Because it is trouble in paradise, child. So you guys know that Jennifer Huff, who is the survivor of the assault on behalf of Kenneth Petty against her when they were just 16 years old, had turned around and sued both Nicki and Kenneth Petty about 2 or 3 years ago. Then you guys know that she had to drop her lawsuit against Nicki because her alleged incompetent attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, y'all know how I feel about these celebrity-oriented lawyers like Tony Busby, Tyrone Blackburn, Gloria Allred, Lisa Bloom, girl, these tied ass, Donkey Kong, ambulance chasing ass attorneys. He apparently made a technicality that resulted in them having to dismiss the lawsuit. Now, the lawsuit against Nicki was supposed to be refiled. The lawsuit against Kenneth had remained. Now, Kenneth Petty has been avoiding deposition in the lawsuit between him and Jennifer. She sued both Nicki and Kenneth for harassment, etc., right? Well, Kenneth apparently finally sat down after he tried to halt the deposition hearing. He kept asking for continuances. The same thing that we're seeing Malago Scams do and the Megan Thee Stallion cyber stalking lawsuit. Well, apparently, girl, as a result of the deposition and discovery, it has been discovered that Kenneth Petty might be possibly hiding income as Nicki Minaj's manager while alleged rape victim demands damages for her harassment, girl. Y'all thumbs up. Check this out. Jennifer Huff previously accused Kenneth Petty of allegedly raping her back when they were both 16 years of age. Kenneth Petty is facing new accusations of hiding his income as Nicki Minaj's alleged manager. His alleged rape victim, Jennifer Huff, made the claim in her lawsuit against Minaj's husband, demanding that he produce several years of financial and employment records. She alleges that he's been hiding basic tax documents, bank statements, and employment agreements. Huff's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, and shout out to Jennifer, said in a statement caught by All Hip Hop, quote, Mr. Petty's deposition testimony was riddled with contradictions. Petty's claimed compensation was inconsistent with his known lifestyle, which includes extensive travel on Nicki Minaj's worldwide tours. From there, Blackburn targeted Kenneth Petty for claiming not to have an income, but also admitting to working for Nicki Minaj. Petty repeatedly claimed in his deposition that he was uncertain of his income and employment details. However, public records confirm that he actively accompanied Nicki Minaj on multiple concert tours from 2018 to 2024, demonstrating continuous employment, Blackburn said. Quote, high-profile artists compensate their security teams generously, often paying six-figure annual salaries. Blackburn is hoping the court decides to sanction Petty if he doesn't provide the goddamn documents, girl. So the nigga just been lying his whole damn life, baby. Okay? Now he's somebody's damn daddy, and the ninja is still lying, girl. Okay? Could this have been what the queen was ranting about last year after she had been arrested over there in Amsterdam for allegedly trafficking all type of damn Percocet pills and marijuana and crystal meth and crack pipes and shit all in her bra, girl? They threw her black ass in the back of a paddy wagon, girl. Remember when she went on that rant and she was talking about she don't want to be with nobody who lives a double lifestyle and everything else, and she's better off not being loved because love slows her down? And my God, girl, was it because Jennifer was clawing in them pockets over there? Jennifer Huff, girl, around here getting her whole lick back on the foolishness of it all, because she had to left these damn people alone, went on quietly about her life, and here they come trying to get her to change her story so that she could allegedly, so that Nicki Minaj allegedly could live a life that was free without having a husband who had to register 6 times a damn year down there to the LAPD, girl. All right. And now the rooster is coming back to crow because these folks just don't know how to leave well enough, baby. So, girl, Tyrone Blackburn, Jennifer's attorney, he asking for the judge to go ahead and run them sanctions, girl. Okay? Kenneth was already pussy popping, dragging his feet to sit down for this deposition, only to sit down and still half-ass produce documents and be caught red-handed in lies, claiming that he ain't employed and he's unsure, but yet also claiming he works for security. And you know, I know why Nicki married Kenneth, but I don't feel like going down that diatribe. So y'all have to, I'm gonna post a link in the description box of when I deep dove into Nicki Minaj's psychology, baby, and what she trying to accomplish through her marriage, through her unholy matrimony to Kenneth Grapey Petty, girl. Okay? So y'all can catch that live stream, child, but it's a mess, and I hope that Jennifer get every single bit of her damn coin, girl. But yeah, they're claiming that the third hoax, girl, was a call that came from inside the house to deflect from the fact that Kenneth bald-head ass had the motherfucking register, girl. Get the fuck up off my screen, ho. Speaking of queens of raps and trouble in paradise, girl, Cardi B done got her ass back down there in an orange jumpsuit, girl, back in shackles and chains, because according to Love and Hip Hop, Cardi is gearing up, girl, for another legal battle. Cardi B doesn't want her past used against her in court. The rapper is set to go to trial on May 12th after being sued by Imani Ellis, a former security guard at a Beverly Hills medical office, over an alleged altercation from 2018. According to Cardi's team, the incident occurred while she was visiting her OBGYN. Imani, who was working security at the office, allegedly began filming Cardi, even though the rapper had not yet publicly announced her pregnancy. Cardi's lawyer stated, quote, Cardi asked her to put her phone away because Cardi's pregnancy had not been made public yet. The situation escalated into a viral argument, but Cardi denies touching Imani in any way. However, Imani claims that Cardi struck her in the face, head, and body, spat on her, and used sharp objects and long fingernails to cause injuries. She also accused Cardi of using profanity and racial slurs and said the rapper tried to get her fired. Now Cardi B is asking the judge to block any mention of her past as a stripper, alleged gang ties, or drug-related accusations during the trial. Her team argues that bringing up unrelated incidents is a tactic to prejudice the jury. Cardi's lawyer wrote, quote, "There is a serious danger that the jury will believe that Cardi is a bad person and seeks to improperly punish her on that damn basis." And you know what, baby? Hey, Queen Successfully, baby. Hey, boo. You know what, y'all? I believe it. I'm just going to have to believe it, love. Cardi has proven to us she's about that life, okay? Even if she comes out of those bout that lives with knots on top of her motherfucking head, that she is about that life, baby. Now, she may come out in a wheelchair after being done with that life. She may have to be helicoptered to the nearest ER after she done being about that life, baby. Okay? They may have to perform all types of emergency surgery on her forehead to pull out red bottoms and shit, girl. Okay? Now, we ain't say she makes it out successfully of being about that life, baby. But she has shown us a time or two or three or four, girl, that she at least willing to run toward danger, girl, even if she barely survives it. All right? So, they say the best predictor of the future, girl, is definitely the past. And, baby, in this case, it's going to have to be guilty until proven innocent, bitch, okay? We know that she didn't even get completely exonerated from that now resolved legal case she had against those bartenders, girl, who she had to pay the medical expenses to, girl. She had to pay the lawyer tabs. She was found liable, regarding some of the things around that situation, girl. So, what y'all think, girl? Y'all think Cardi is guilty, girl? Or y'all think that, some old minimum wage working ass doorman girl, some old minimum wage flashlight cop down there to the urgent care girl is trying to get a swift one over on Miss Cardi, child? Hey, my crazy love. Hey, Vicky. Hey, boo. What y'all think, y'all? Y'all think she guilty, child? Y'all gonna give Cardi the benefit of a doubt? What y'all got going on? Is Bodak Yellow Girl guilty or nah? I totally forgot about this situation, girl. And what's so funny, girl? Y'all know Nicki Minaj owes a security guard as well. Like, I think it's $50,000 from an alleged backstage incident that took place at an arena. And Kenneth Petty assaulted this male security guard, girl, beat him down to the ground, knocked his teeth out his mouth and everything, girl. So, they did not respond to the lawsuit. So the security officer had got a default judgment and had ended up garnishing Nicki Minaj's wages for his motherfucking coin. So it's very interesting, girl, that the queens of raps are, stumping on the head tops of security and police officers, baby. These are some rebellious ass whores. And I find it also ironic that both Nicki and Cardi, who now have had both cases and charges against them, girl, for violence, also ironically have BBLs. You guys know that I have coined an interesting phenomenon that I believe is truly legit. And I think it's only a matter of time before scientists and world-renowned doctors legitimize this phenomenon that I call BBL rage. I think that it is some type of demonic hellfire force in that damn insulin they be pumping into them ladies' booties, girl. It is some type of astro lore dimensional liquid, girl, that they are pumping and putting into these ass shots, girl. And it's ironic, girl, that the BBL girls are the ones out here, girl, with the charges against them, girl. They're the ones out here swinging and banging and beating whores up, girl. I think it's just mighty coincidental. Okay? There is doo-doo in the voodoo, baby. It's something not well in those back shots, bitch. So if you get a BBL, ladies, I need y'all to be aware that your BBL may be accompanied with a stench and a level of violence that's going to put your black ass in the motherfucking penitentiary. Abso-damn-lutely, bitch. You will be a big booty prisoner hoe. Okay? Those going to be the motherfucking side effects of walking around with the demonic liquid BBL, my ladies. So my female conscious crew members, stay the hell away, baby, from these plastic ass booty shy. I will be keeping you guys updated on everything going on with Cardi and her coming 17th trial. Now, I wanted to speak about this yesterday, but my live stream got a little bit lengthy and I didn't want to make it lengthier. Neyo is out here, girl, parading his horrorism around as polygamy. Now, you guys know I'm very open-minded. I am pro-polygamy, pro-polyamory. However, I do believe that we do have some imposters of poly and polygamy. I think that some of the people who are trying to commercialize polygamy and poly, girl, are just hypersexual nymphos, okay, who have found political language to disguise the filth of their genitals behind, okay? People who have made poly and polygamy about sex and lust rather than love and capacity for community and romance, which is what polygamy and poly and all relationship styles, including monogamy, should be centered around. This thing here, and not this big thing down here, or this huge thing back there. Okay? Let's listen to what Neyo had to say, and then I'm going to play you guys a clip of what Omarion sat down and said, girl, to Auntie Sherry. Check this out, my loves. And thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, you guys.
Rule is just to keep it a buck. Like, we're not gonna lie. We're not gonna lie to each other. We're not gonna sit up and blow smoke. I ain't selling no dreams, and I'm not forcing anybody to be here. If for whatever reason you decide this ain't for you no more, the door is never locked. You have permission to go on about your business. I don't want anybody to think that I'm manipulating these women into doing something they don't want to do. Everyone that is here by choice.
These are women.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They made the decision. The question I get asked the most is, are they allowed to date outside of me?
Oh.
That's the question I get all the damn time. And I'm answering right now, no. And I'm going to tell you why. No, they are not. Here's the thing. When I got with these women, I did not ask for their exclusivity. I did not demand their exclusivity. They offered it. They said, they came to me and said, I want to be exclusive to you and just you. I said, you understand that your exclusivity to me does not mean my exclusivity to you.
Wow.
You understand this? Yes. You're okay with it. The rule is just to keep it a buck. Like, we're not going to lie.
I love
not
that.
gonna lie.
Now, Neyo and all of his girlfriends, girl, are getting dragged to hell in the comment section, girl. People saying everybody in the damn relationship got daddy issues, including Neyo, jive. All right? Now, I also want to play you guys the small excerpt from Omarion, because we're going to run both of Omarion and Neyo's sentiments into one. Matter of fact, girl, I don't know how Miss Sherry get down, especially since I said she got church titties. So I'm going to go ahead and fair use her shit on audio, girl, instead of playing that clip, girl, loud, live, and in color. So we're going to do all the nasty fair use up over her, honey. Okay? Because I don't need Sherry trying to retaliate against me because I said she got church breast. All right? Check out what Omarion recently sat down and said with Auntie Sherry.
This is ethical non-monogamy. Okay. Do you think that's a good idea? Ethical non-monogamy?
Well, I will say I'm in agreement. You know, I don't know all of the backstory of
Right.
those words, but I would say for me, being open is important, and
Okay.
also, you know, the women just truly outnumber the men. You know what I mean? And this is
So you're supposed to have, is this like an all-you-can-eat buffet over here?
No, let me.
Okay, go on explain. I'm not jumping on you.
Let me just say, it's only a few good men. It's only a few good men.
Right.
You know, and whether or not it's a physical thing, you know, we end up fostering the next generation as well. So why not have our queens or the women? Because I was raised by all women.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Why not have our queens aligned with that? That it takes a village. It's not going to just be one.
Girl, the way that I am triggered up by the patriarchy and the misogyny, girl, of it all, girl. The way that I am triggered up, girl. But I promise to God, I'm not going to go on no rant. I'm going to try to keep my points condensed and to the point, girl. If we got to come back and unpack it in a full way, we will. But my God,
man, you know, you could get married. That man's still not gonna be just your man. He's gonna be, you know, there for his daughter. He's gonna be there for his mom, his grandmother. You know, so this concept isn't really foreign. It's just a little old. You know, and it's meant to be upgraded. And I love this conversation because I think when men are open and honest that they don't want to have just this one thing for the rest of their life, it gives a woman an opportunity to choose and to, you know, further understand a man, because, you know, I think that women don't really understand a man.
Oh, girl, okay, wait a minute, girl. I'm going to have to unpack in increments here, girl. I'm going to have to unpack in increments here, girl. Hold on. Let me pull Neyo back up, child. Oh my God, there's so much to unpack here, y'all. Let me see if I can keep it. Let me see if I can just woo! All right. First and foremost, the only thing I agree with so far about Neyo and Omarion is the transparency and the honesty. I'm going to give these ninjas credit for at least being honest about being harlots. Okay? And that gives the women in their lives who are interested in a relationship, which I don't believe either one of these men are actually capable of cultivating with a woman, but that's another story for another day. It does give the women the opportunity to willingly consent to that type of relationship dynamic. I want all men to take one right now out of Omarion and Neyo's book. Just be honest about being community dick. Be honest about your fragility, honey. Be honest about your hypersexuality, child, because as we can see from Neyo, there are more than enough women who are willing, girl, to share their little piece of man with every other piece of woman, girl. It's plenty of women, girl, who are willing to sign up for community peen, girl. Okay, who willing to sign up for DEI, equity, and inclusion peen, girl. Okay, so men, y'all can all come up out of the monogamy closet. Y'all don't have to lie. You don't have to pillow talk and sweet nothing these women to get in their pants or to get access to their hearts or get access to their EBT card. They with the shits. Some of the ladies are with the shits, okay? So get your freak on in all things truth, love, and justice. Now, what I'm triggered up at is Omarion talking about women don't understand men, and then him defining and reducing us as males to our sexual capacity, to our dicks, to our loins. So what I'm clear about is the fact that not only may women not know shit about men, but Omarion don't either. Clearly, Omarion is completely out of touch about what it means to be a man. Okay? If he's talking about what it means to be male, then yes, girl, you can speak to all of the biological functioning, such as sexual organs, etc. But when we're talking about being a man, We're talking about all of the philosophical, cultural defining of male identity. And I also think it was completely papified for Omarion to literally address the fact that women outnumber men. And therefore, the antidote should be that women should get in the business of sharing ninjas more than they already do secretly any damn way. Instead of Omarion holding men accountable for being better than what they are, since he also said that there's only a few good men, and yet brought no pressure for men to do better, did not encourage the male community to step their motherfucking cookies up, to step their motherfucking sperm count up, to stack up, rack up, upgrade up, level up on their economy, on their psychology, on their fertility, on their mental health, so that this epidemic of a few good men can become a thing of the motherfucking past. And then encourage men to go down there to the sperm bank or to in vitro freeze sperm, eggs, etc. girls, since y'all can now customize babies, since you can now decide whether you're going to have a boy, a girl, whether they're going to be blue-eyed, brown hair, whether they're going to have freckles, twins, or quadruplets, girl, to encourage not only men to do the work to create better men of the generation, to produce more quantity of good, solid men of generations, and encourage men to seek to literally populate the world and level up those statistics of the male to female ratio. Because the few good men he talked about are literally a motherfucking few. I found this conversation to be so mammified and pappified, and for horny ass big titty Sherry Shepherd to sit her ass over there, glazed the fuck out, dickmatized. She just walking all into the damn punches. Oh, my pussy wet, Omarion. Yes. Oh my God. Like, bitch, what? Sherry? You the same one, girl, who had all this heat and smoke for Megan Thee Stallion for walking around with her good titty hanging out of her bra. Girl, you was as twisted and knotted up, girl, in your right wingness, girl. Couldn't have been more pressed over what Megan did with her good left titty in her red carpet dress. And you let Omarion sit down. You let Jonathan Majors come and crawl on the couch, girl. Just straight up dick-matized, child. And this is why these antiquated, outdated, disproportionate double standards continue to be heavily pedestalized and live on for generations at a time, because you got sorry, incompetent, little dick ass niggas like Neyo and Omarion being able to allow to lead the conversation, to be able to lead the community and move the needle, because patriarchy has reinforced niggas being at the head of every table simply because they got a dick and not a motherfucking mind. And then you got the flying monkeys of them sorry ass ninjas, like the big breasted mammies that Sherry Shepherd done descended from, rooting them on, reinforcing, girl, male autonomy and a male-oriented and a male-centered society that the rest of our asses gotta motherfucking put up with and dismantle. Girl, I'm triggered up, bitch. Now, luckily, Neyo ass and Omarion ass is sitting on a docket, and I gotta get to some other sorry ass people. But girl, we might have to rewind the tight bike And I might have to come back up her, girl, and kind of double down and deep dive into my own feelings about it all. I also want to say this before I leave the Omarion Neyo group chat, girl. I am really, as we live in a very liberal, we were, girl, headed toward a liberal society. But as men continue to come out of every closet, the monogamy, I'm really a whore closet, I'm a freak who like to be beat with bats and dress up like puppies closet, the I'm trans attracted closet, the I like my ass ate and I like to be pegged closet, the pansexual, bisexual, I like to suck a little dick every now and again closet. I believe there is definitely a link. And I've heard some research around this a little bit, that male hypersexuality might be linked to closetedness. It just might be linked to closetedness. Rather than Omarion and Neyo parading around as open-minded progressive male whores, I think they need to deepen their time on the psychiatry couch and also explore, girl, are they also trying to prove something to their motherfucking manhood? I want all these niggas who, for whatever reason, can't be happy with one solid partner, because I'm not arguing that there are not women and men who have a capacity to love more than one person. I absolutely know that to be true. But I don't think everybody hiding behind the polygamy and poly label are grounded in self and are doing this for the reasons they may think they're doing this. And I want males, black males in particular, to challenge their level of consciousness just a little bit more than anybody else, because we know that minority people have been double indoctrinated, double, quadruple socialized. And so there's layers and layers and layers and layers and layers upon false identities that we have to peel back before we get to the authentic self. And rather, in the Omarion and Neyo's polygamy of it all, if there is a truth there, that they may be avoiding an aspect of their sexuality, and they are compensating by overindulging in woman, overindulging in punani. Hypersexuality and closetedness might be collaborating in some of these instances. So, we're going to keep our good eye, girl, the one that don't need the contact lens, on Miss Neyo and Miss Omarion, because, girl, something in my spidey senses is just tangling and tangling and tangling. But we will revisit these combos, okay? But shout out to the honesty and transparency of it all, girl. I guess we got to start somewhere in the healing of it all. Also going down in the motherfucking New York downtowns and Manhattans, girl, is Miss Wendy Williams, who has had the guardianship up in flames and in shambles, girl, ever since that bitch got to make outbound calls. Wendy Williams had a hearing today. Baby, the way that the judge allegedly washed and rinsed Wendy Williams' ass, it apparently left her ass dazed and dazzled, bitch. Okay? Because there was a hearing regarding this guardianship that Mother Wendy wants to be freed from, girl. Check this out. Things got real wild this week in Wendy Williams' ongoing fight to reclaim her freedom, and from what sources are saying, The courtroom energy was out of pocket. According to TMZ, Wendy showed up in court Thursday for a heated guardianship hearing. According to insiders, Judge Lisa had a lot to say, and not in a good way. She reportedly came for Wendy's niece, Alex, accusing her of leaking info to the media and threatening her with sanctions if it happened again. Then the judge allegedly turned her attention to Wendy's family, throwing shade and basically saying they weren't good people. But the most jaw-dropping moment came when Judge Lisa reportedly told Wendy that her motherfucking career is over. Straight up, quote, "It's done. It's done. It's done." Now, hold up. Who gave this judge the right to speak on Wendy's legacy like that? Okay, the neighborhood talk goes on, girl. Well, following this old nasty piece of hearing, Wendy was left dazzled and dizzy, baby. Okay, because courtesy of the Jasmine brand, Wendy Williams reportedly left court hurt and confused after a judge told her she'll never have a career again. Can you guys hear me? My computer is acting like it's the most. Can you guys hear me? Give me a one in the chat. If you guys can still hear me, give me a one. If you guys are still here, girl. Damn it. My computer not even letting me open up the damn. Okay, everything's good. Great. Why is this not opening? Hold on, let me click on this shit. Okay, we don't need it. No. Here's my thing. You guys know I have a very unpopular opinion about this whole Wendy ordeal, but the gag is, it's a unpopular opinion that is well informed by the facts, girl. Okay? Y'all know I have not plugged in emotionally to this thing with Wendy. I do not have a stake in the race, a rooster, in the race, girl. You guys know that I have been pretty much pro guardianship with some reasonable accommodations. All right? I think that Wendy should remain under guardianship, but I'm not surprised that this is happening because you guys know 2 months ago when Wendy had went on that 3-part press tour on Hollywood Unlocked, The Breakfast Club, and Don Lemon, talking about Sabrina Morrison and all of that, she had pissed the judge off then. And the judge told her, look, you can talk about your experience and everything, but don't talk about Sabrina. Sabrina's not a public figure. You have a major platform, so don't drag her name into this, etc. And she pretty much put a gag order on Wendy's ass. Wendy continued to obstruct that gag order. She has continued to talk to the press. She's continued to talk to the media. Now, also, remember, there was that incident a few weeks ago where allegedly Alex and Wendy had left the facility without getting proper permission, which had caused a big old stir. Police were called. It was a whole motherfucking mess. All right? That led to Wendy being able to pretty much stake out, girl, at the damn hospital. And after that, it was reported that the judge was going to let up on her ass and allow her to live independently of herself. That didn't end up happening in the memory care facility since. Here's the thing. I'm on the side when it comes to, I don't know why my stream is lagging. I think it's lagging like this. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. My computer is literally doing the most. What are you guys seeing on your end? Am I freezing up? Because Miss StreamYard and Miss Internet, girl, they're doing the most. Let me just take this shit off my screen. Okay. All right, so I am a stickler for when you are under extreme circumstances. The best thing to do, girl, is to play chess, not motherfucking checkers, bitch. Now, Tommy, last year, you know, Tommy Williams, he was holding his family accountable for making things more complicated when it came to Wendy's situation with the guardianship because his family was doing too much. And they kept giving things for the courts to be concerned about and to use as leverage to being more strict as it relates to Wendy's coming and goings. I don't know why Alex and Wendy do not think that it's more intelligent to actually do the opposite of what they're doing. Now that they have legal representation, they've started confronting the guardianship situation legally. Now, I would also be in the business of kissing these motherfucking mayonnaise bitches' asses, bitch. Baby, the way I would be out here just keeping my name off these people, girl, the way that I would be making sure that I'm going through all the proper channels and doing everything the correct way, girl, the way that I would be a teacher's motherfucking pet at this motherfucking point, ho, the way that I would absolutely not be rebelling against someone who really can't even be confronted. Because the reason why Wendy has remained in this situation is because the guardianship system of New York is so raggedy that a lot of these judges are able to really act and have independent power. So if you know you're in a situation, girl, essentially with somebody who is able to be a total dictator and without recourse, why would you be on your bald-headed hoe shit to this degree? Why would you just be out here talking mad shit? You can speak honestly while still keeping it cute and being mindful, bitch, of the way this gonna translate if it get back to Matilda's grandma, okay? Because that's what the judge essentially is, bitch. It's Ursula, girl, okay? Wendy gotta keep in mind, girl, that she is Ariel and she don't have access to her voice completely, girl, and she is completely subjected, girl, to Ursula. I do think some of this public buffoonery has been sloppy as fuck on Wendy's part, sloppy as hell on Alice's part. I think that they could get more bees with honey than with shit. They're using the more bees with turds than more bees with honey math. So because this was this judge's first time seeing Wendy ass since all of this shit going on and going down, I'm not surprised that this judge ate this Wendy. Okay, had to make sure my stream was still good, girl. That this judge had to make sure, girl, that Miss Wendy felt the burn because she ain't seen Wendy in a hot diggity minute. That judge been sitting over there, girl, dealing with women, with Wendy Williams and Alex from afar, girl. So now that Alex and Wendy done pulled the fuck up, girl, the judge was on their ass. And Wendy the one out here acting dizzy and dazzled, girl. Don't act dizzy and dazzled, Wendy. You know you've been on your bullshit. You know you've been shimmying down the chimney, girl, jumping out of windows with parachutes and shit, girl, calling the firefighters and asking them to put a trampoline at the base of the facility to catch you, girl, so you can go pooch on through, a downtown park in New York, girl. You know you've been doing the most. And now the judge is doing the most. And I don't know what that means for Wendy at this point. I know that the Free Wendy movement is excited to finally have a purpose, girl. Okay? A lot of the Free Wendy consumers did not have parents growing up. So, they finally have found a meaningful cause to champion behind in their minds. But it's appearing that this is going to continue to backfire against Wendy. And Wendy is not going to be able to completely rely on her emotionality. Her niece, and whomever else are her teammates in all of this, girl, are going to have to think with more this than more this. They're going to have to out-intellectualize this system. They're trying to bulldoze it using their feelings and distress. And all this resulting is just Judge continuing to strip Wendy. And I would not be surprised if the judge eventually also seizes her phone. They've been able to do everything else. They have been able to seize her accounts, seize her civil rights. Wendy cannot even vote. She can't even procreate while she's under this guardianship. They are within unfortunate legal right to also remove that flip phone. That only works one way, girl. Okay, the call will always be coming from inside the motherfucking house. I'm ready to see a more refined and clever strategy out of the Wendy's camp. Right now, their strategy is failing. She needs to pull the fuck back. She need to get and assemble a real team of lawyers. Wendy need to get a public relations agent involved. And they need to be very meticulous about the way Wendy should be speaking, the way that Wendy need to be appealing to the public, as well as how she need to be appealing to this judge so that she could have more victory on the front and back end. Because Wendy is in a position, girl, to alley-oop the whole situation. But if she don't smarten up, bitch, she might be there for the rest of her motherfucking life. She may die in that memory care facility. And we may not hear from Wendy ass for the remainder of the motherfucking year because she is under the entire authority of the New York guardianship system and this one judge, Miss Lisa, girl. And Miss Lisa gives every bit of Medea, girl, gives every bit of a big obese Karen in a robe, girl. Okay? Wendy done fucked around and found out that she done met Wendy Williams as a judge, girl. It's Wendy for Wendy, girl, right now. Ray says, in my opinion, that Niece's mouth is part of the problem. It is. And here's another thing before we move on. Wendy has told so many lies. She lied to us about Wells Fargo. She initially claimed that them people ain't, find a damn thing, and that her son was not guilty of exploiting her, only for her to turn around in a TMZ interview and admit that Wells Fargo absolutely was correct about her son. And him and his friends were exploiting her financially. That her own son, who she was living with, was holding her phone hostage, and that's why she wasn't able to even receive any of the calls from Wells Fargo about these unauthorized payments out of her account, because those calls were being intercepted by Kevin Hunter Jr. She fucked around and also, made a lot of inconsistent and eventually debunked statements about Sabrina Morrissey. So we know that Wendy don't completely tell the truth, but we also know that the guardianship system is also corrupted as well. We got a lot of moving parts in this situation. That's why my commentary, I can't really land it in either direction. It's too many lying-ass people. It's too much sloppiness on both sides. And there's equal corruption on both sides. Wendy's own family was exploiting her. So when the judge told the family that, baby, y'all are not good people, look, there's a little bit of truth in that. There may be some truth in that. Alex never spoke out against Kevin Hunter Jr. She's had more to say about Sabrina Morrissey than she had to say about her own cousin, who activated and aroused this whole guardianship situation. It was because of Kevin Hunter Jr. that Wendy is in a damn guardianship. You know? It's like, how much did everybody know in the family about what was going on? How many people knew that he might have been allegedly housing his mother, keeping her liquored up so that she was incoherent and lacking coordination, and she could not be in touch with her reality? She couldn't be functional enough to be asking for her phone, etc., girl, while he was in the background with his whores and heathens milking her pocketbook for hundreds and thousands of dollars on Uber Eats, bitch. How you spend $100,000 on Uber Eats and using your mama's credit card, girl, to pay the rent, the utilities, baby? Birthday parties, everybody get a limousine, girl. You get a limousine, you get a limousine, you get a limousine. And then Wendy said that the motherfucker had a bitch in his camp try to call in to Wells Fargo, impersonating her to get her motherfucking checkings and savings. Do you see Alex out there hooting and hollering, bitch? The truth is, girl, if Wells Fargo would not have done what they have done, Wendy would have died in the arms of her motherfucking son. Oh, yes, she would have. That nigga, in my opinion, was going to feed his mammy liquor, keep her in an alcoholic-induced coma until he completely bankrupt her ass in the name of being young and motherfucking dumb. So I don't know what the full context is about why this judge made the statement she made about the family being no good. But as far as I'm concerned, there is some grounds to be able to be just as critical about the family as the family have been about the guardianship program. I think that both systems and both parties have done enough at this point to be qualified for some much needed criticism. Oh yes, the family is very weird and been exploiting her, and now, despite Wells Fargo's intentions being well, Wendy might have ended up in the hands of a judge that maybe leaning to the left, bitch, a little bit, honey. Maybe a little bit of a mess. Maybe a little bit of a opportunist herself. And now Wendy is trapped in between a rock and a harder damn rock. How would you not want to protect mom and her money? Because the apple don't fall far from the tree. Look at who the fuck his tied, raggedy, musky, bald head, edgeless ass pappy is. We just reported on how Kevin Hunter's father is still out here, girl, trying to goop his mammy for the rest of her coins. Trying to get residuals, girl, up off of the Wendy Williams show. Like father, like son, like father. Those recessive genetics of Kevin Hunter Sr. were passed and downloaded right into the skull, girl, of Kevin Hunter Jr. Matter of fact, when this guardianship thing first had happened, there was headlines that Kevin Hunter Jr. was given part of his allowance from his mother to Kevin Hunter Sr., who was going through all type of financial reckonings as a result of his karmic backlash. How you gonna take the money your mother has worked her whole life for, that she's gifting and gracing your overgrown ass, who she don't have to be financially responsible for, and you're gonna give that money to her biggest op at that time, which is your father? I understand that he still had to love his daddy, and it was okay for him to still have a relationship to his father. But bitch, I'd rather give you money that I earned rather than give you money from my mother to me to you just out of principle, bitch. It's the disrespect of it all. I'm going to be using my mother's money to help repair the life that my father fucked over and destroyed in the name of thinking that 20-year-old pussy was worth his nuclear family. Girl, it's the disrespect and the abomination, girl, and the principlelessness and the disloyalty of it all. I'm going to take my mother's money and help my father with that money to repair the life he sacrificed for a side bitch. And Wendy still got her Barbie doll, frizzy wig ass down there in Miami, shaking and drinking next to her son, girl. Just trying to smile for the guardianship cameras, girl. Everything all right, bitch. Down there fucking gyrating at the damn Red Lobster table next to her motherfucking biggest op yet. Girl, just when you think the father couldn't get worse, girl. Oh no, girl. Kevin Hunter Jr. enters the motherfucking group chat, girl. So I think there's been enough foolishness on both sides to possibly justify the judge's statements, girl, that the family ain't no more good, girl. Both the guardianship system and the family, girl, are equally qualified for some constructive criticism, girl. Chief says her son needs to get a job and stop bumming off of his mother. Absolutely. Alex says he wouldn't even have to work at all. He just took proper care of his mother. Got it made. Had it motherfucking made. Wendy has too much money to wear a tie. Mama just, don't get Candy started, baby. I don't need her coming over here, Lisa, flagging your comment, baby. Don't get what you saying about my mama, bitch? Don't get Candy ass started, baby. She over in the candy coated factory, child. All he had to do was hire an in-home care and live his life. What a cornball. It's a mess. It's a mess. Now, last but not least, let's deal with the family. The judge telling Wendy that her career is over. The judge is out of order. You big, bloated, mayonnaise, Medea-looking, cornball, white supremacist ass bitch. Judge Lisa Skokalafa Maleficus, bitch, you are out of motherfucking order. I understand, bitch, you mad as hell. I understand you've been boiling over, girl, for months. Okay? I know you've been over there, girl, holding it up all in until you saw motherfucking Wendy, bitch. But you could have kept that to your motherfucking self, hoe. You were out of order. You got beside yourself, bitch. And Wendy is better than me, bitch, because the way I would have stood on business and them swollen ankles, girl, the way I would have stood on them elephantitis ass ankles of mine, girl, politely turned around, bonked, did a 360 bonk over, girl, lifted up my motherfucking scooter, bitch, and tossed it across the courtroom at your big head asshole. The way my electric scooter would have grew wings, you would have thought that bitch took a Red Bull to the fuselage, girl. Girl, you would have had to run me that fade, bitch. If you would have thought you would have had the authority, baby, because you having a moment, girl, to tell me that my purple chair days are over, bitch. Now, I know I just preached how women need to keep it cute, right, bitch? Okay? But this might have been the one exceptional moment, girl, for Wendy Williams, baby, to Jerry Springer in the motherfucking courtroom, ho. Because who the fuck do your type 1 diabetes ass think you is, you swollen neck ho? Bitch, ain't no bitch gonna talk to me like that, bitch. At the end of the day, girl, you might have a gavel, but make no mistake about it, Lisa, you ain't nothing at the end of the day but a bitch in a robe. And girl, the way I would have gave you that motherfucking smoke, bitch, from cross the aisle, girl. The way you would have got that work, bitch, from cross the motherfucking aisle, bitch. Bitch, the way, girl, y'all would have had to bail me the fuck up at Rikers Island down there, baby. Because the scooter had grew wings. Oh, yes, God. Yes, God. All right. So, keep it cute, Lisa. Because, baby, Wendy do got unhinged fans, bitch. They know how to motherfucking put your first and last name, bitch, into a motherfucking background check site, bitch. They know how to get you that if you need that, sis. Okay? So keep it real, Caillou, real. And I do think that Wendy's attorneys have a opportunity in that. Yes. To absolutely have her ass sanctioned, baby. Sanction that big back right wing Ku Klux Klan triangle cone head wearing diabetes type 1 ass bitch down to the ground. Okay? Because now this is a fight that can be very much so legal, girl. Now that they're in the courtroom, this is the time to fight it out, bitch. Just the time for Wendy's team to be looking for every loophole, looking for every legal and appropriate way, girl, to slam the judge, to slam the guardianship system, the whole nine, girl. Use every little bit of thing they can for motherfucking leverage, honey. Even ask if another judge can be assigned to Wendy's guardianship situation, girl. Okay? This judge has already been investigated in the past regarding other situations. And there's some dings in Sabrina's tiara as well. Because she's been slammed by other clients, allegedly, that she has had guardianship over too. So I'll be keeping you guys updated, girl, on the things. Letting you guys know what happened, Shy. But Miss Wendy, girl, she dizzied and dazzled, girl, as a result of that judge, girl, calling her to the front of the line. Now, you guys know that Kanye Weezy has also been headlining for all the wrong reasons, girl. Jay-Z done put the goons on his motherfucking ass. He out here apologizing, girl, for running down on the Carter's family and the Carter's children. Well, Taylor Swift, girl, said, hold up, bitch. Don't close the group chat yet, ho. Me and my lawyers are on the way. Because Taylor Swift reportedly sent a cease and desist to Kanye West after his ex rant claiming that she slept with Justin Bieber and Harry Styles. Quote, this time he has gone too far. His claims are not just false, they're defamatory. All right? So the fans are calling Taylor Swift out because they're like, well, girl, you did go out with Harry Styles. Okay, now what the public may be calling going out and dating might have been just brunch. Okay, for Taylor, girl. So she's sending out her cease and desist, girl. Okay, we thought maybe Elania had censored Kanye West, girl, but it might have been Taylor Swift using her white woman privilege, baby, to shut that goddamn Twitter down, because you guys know Kanye is and has been banned now on Elania Musk social media platform, girl, where they're supposed to be so free speech, girl. And them been freely blocked, bitch, from the platform. Taylor said she done had enough, girl. I let you run down on me that one time at the VMAs while you was down there caping for Beyonce, bitch, and now you the same one dragging them whores because they ain't loyal to you. It's the gag for me. Then I let you, bitch. I took it easy on you, girl, when you got in your music. Okay? You used my likeness in a salacious way, girl, with all them damn sex dolls on that music video, honey. Had your damn wife out here releasing voice notes and voicemails and shit, bitch. But what you're not gonna do, girl, is make this mayonnaise puss more elongated, girl. What you're not about to do is put all these bodies and mileage on this sweet, white privilege mayonnaise puss, baby. What you're not about to have these people thinking, baby, is that my pussy needs a support panty. Okay? I ain't had enough dick yet, bitch. But my sweet mayonnaise, white, pale, sunburnt, never been kissed puss to be needing a support panty. I still got A cups, girl. I don't even need a support bra yet. Yet alone a support panty. Okay, this puss has never been kissed, bitch. You are going to cease and desist that mouth. Yes, God. Now, because Kanye West, girl, is getting on my last nervous system, girl, I only got one good nervous system left, baby, and Kanye is on the last one. Typically, I would be race loyal in this case. But at this point in time, I'm going to have to support Bianca and support Taylor Swift, girl, and boycotting the shit out of Kanye West, girl. It's about time for that, okay? It's time for that, girl. So Avengers, assemble, bitch. Assemble. Last but not least, we got to get into Miss Housewives of Atlanta, girl, who has been trending and headlining for all the wrong and right reasons, baby. Y'all know that Brittany Edie and Kenya Moore and Portia Williams and Cynthia Bailey got it going on down there to the Atlanteans, girl, over this alleged cucumber pic of Brit from when she was in her earlier years of horrorism, girl. Okay? Kenya done been fired accordingly, girl. And this thing is still playing out. And now... Hold on, this ain't it. Here we go, girl. Now... Ming Lee, lesbian, same-gender loving ass Ming Lee from Basketball Wives, allegedly, according to Britt Edie, confessed to her at some point in time that she still had explicit pics of her saved to her phone and for a rainy day. Because it's now being alleged that Ming Lee is the one who gave Kenya Moore these images of Britt Edie, girl. So, check this out. Britt Edie enters the group chat, girl, and accuses... Hey, y'all. Y'all thumbs up, y'all. We back like Jack, y'all. Y'all thumbs up. We need all the likes, y'all. I need all the likes, y'all. All the likes, all the likes, all the likes, y'all. Please thumbs up the video. Okay, so... Britt Edie enters the group chat and says this: the internet didn't tell Kenya a damn thing, because where is it all over the internet? Because remember, Kenya Moore was saying, girl, these images are public, they're everywhere, they're findable. Ironically, to Britt's point, these images have not been accessible to anybody else. And y'all know how nosy the internet is, girl. Y'all know how good the investigative journalism of the internet is, girl. They can find your blood type, bitch. Okay? Nobody has been able to find these alleged public images. Not even by the bitches who have the biggest degrees in nosology out here in these social media streets. That's what has led Britt to believe that Kenya had to have been personally handed over these images because they are not accessible on the internet. So Britt goes on to say, where is it all over the internet? Ming told me herself in a drunken night at an event in Miami for a whole hour that she has saved explicit images of me in her phone, saved for a rainy day. Very weird to admit to. She ain't innocent either. Can't help we dated the same people, okay? So apparently, girl, they both dated Rick Ross, Rick Rose. Girl, they're even saying that Rick Rose gave the damn images, child. To Kenya Moore, girl, it's a mess. Well, Ming Lee has responded to Britt Edie's accusations and said, I wasn't drunk. And what I said verbatim was, if I had given those pictures or videos to Kenya, it would have been the ones I have in my phone of you at that party. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those are not on the internet, nor have I ever shared or shown them to anyone. And I've had every phone since 2011. Britt, you're 1 year younger than me. So you were well over age. And this narrative that I'm mad because we dated the same person is complete BS. One of my best friends used to be his fiance, which you were cool with before you even dated him. Wow. So stop it. I don't have a problem with you, like I said to your face. And I would never leak or share any pictures or videos of you, period. You had a past, so what? Just tell everybody your hoe got deleted and you're married now. FYI, that image from that video is still on the internet as we speak. Like I said, the internet told your business, not me. Now leave me the fuck alone. Okay? Now, of course, Portia Williams was the one who got all this shit started when she claimed that someone had given Kenya those pictures from the Inner Circle girl. Now, here's the thing. If these pictures are so available, why won't Ming Lee, who made the claim that the still shot is still available on websites, just send the link to Brit? Send the link. Of course, you can't post that link to the internet, but you can send that link privately to Brit and say, girl, here it is. On the motherfucking internet, bitch. Here it is. Here is the link to Cornhub. Here is the link, girl, to bitchesontheyknees.com, girl. The second row. There you are. Right there, girl. Okay? Girl, here's the link, girl, to suckingbigdick.org. Go to the 14th column. Click on the second page. Scroll halfway through. Once you get to a third of the page, girl, there you are. There it is right there, girl. Ming Lee, just send her the receipt. Because y'all the ones making these claims. Kenya, send her the receipt. You're the one who claimed that your private investigators, girl, pulled all these images, child. Okay, but why nobody won't send Brit the receipts then? It's only proving Brit's point even more, girl. What's tea? Now, here the thing about it too, girl, because the pendulum gonna swing both sides today. Brit, I'm low-key also getting sick of it, bitch. I'm getting sick of it. At the end of the day, girl, I know you need a storyline. I know you're new to the cast. It's clear you ain't gonna make it to season 2, girl, because the fans ain't fanning for you. So you gotta do what you gotta do, girl. Okay, to drag this thing on out. But you also the same one, girl, who claimed that, you have a past. You the one, who entered that information into the public square, girl. That you've done some things. You've gotten into some things, girl. You might have twirled a time or two in all the ways on a hot dog without a bun. Okay? Now, since you confident enough to own that, you need to do just that, bitch. You need to own it. Act like a bitch who can't be judged by nobody but the Father, Son, and the Holy Daughter. Act like a bitch who can sit in it. I did it, bitch, and what? It was a 6-figure high-earning dick then, and I'm on a 6-figure high-earning dick now, bitch, and what? Get like me, ho. Brit Edie, if you gonna own it, bitch, you gotta own it. You can't be leaning all deeply into the victim narrative on one end, even though we agree that what Kenya did was wrong and it was criminal because it was revenge porn. But at the same time, just in your personal posture, you can hold Kenya accountable for what she did and also stand in your shit. Like, Kenya, you dumb bitch for not understanding the motherfucking law. You got yourself fired, ho. I'm not mad because you posted a picture from my past because I did it then, bitch. And if I need to suck a dick again, bitch, in order to put food on the table, I do it now, if need be. Fuck you talking about. So, bitch, you squash your own bag and don't get it conflated that this is over you embarrassing me because, bitch, you could never. As a bitch who been around for 14 seasons and it took a new bitch all of 3 episodes, girl, to sit you on your asshole, bitch, you could never embarrass me, bitch. I won the battle, and indeed, bitch, I won the motherfucking war. I'm also sitting over here with the husband you'll never have, bitch. How is that alimony going for you? How's Mark doing? Girl, the way I would have ate Kenya ass up, bitch. The way I would have stood in that bitch salon, girl, while she was doing a motherfucking slideshow on me, bitch. The way I would have grabbed the bullhorn, girl, and got to narrating myself and roasting and dragging that bitch every time she put a new slide up on me, girl. Baby, the way I would have ate Kenya up, girl, ate the meat off the bone, girl, and chewed her down at her own shit, girl, and stood in all my motherfucking feminine power, bitch. Girl, Kenya could have never, bitch, played with me the way that Miss Britt allowed Kenya to one up her, girl. She had fucked up trying to take the classy route and tiptoeing on out the sanctuary, girl, before Kenya got to running the motherfucking slideshow down, girl. Miss Mom, I'm gonna be right here, bitch, to tell my own story, bitch, as you running down the screenshots. Oh, yes, God, baby. If we would have been up and stuck in that motherfucking salon, bitch. Okay? Now, Ming Lee is also getting her fair share of criticism because people like, girl, why you still got these pictures in your phone? And saying that you keep every phone is not an excuse, because keeping every phone is one thing, but keeping every motherfucking picture, bitch, is another. And they are not mutually exclusive to one another. So what you keep in every phone, because it can still power on and power off, got to do with you intentionally holding on to the contents within that phone. Because if you were never going to use it for a rainy day, Ming Lee, and if you were never going to have any ill intention with that content in your phone, that content should have been sent to the motherfucking trash bin. It's no way that you're going to be able to virtualize or remove ill intent on your part with any narrative on the table to justify, girl, that T getting to me, baby, to justify why you are holding on to that woman's dick-sucking images. Keep your phones. I still got phones, bitch. From the year 2000, girl. I got pagers, two-ways, beepers. Bitch, I got a whole box of vintage artifacts, girl, from our old life. But there is a quality and substantive argument being made. Why would you hold on to those pictures? You know that those images are a liability. What if someone were to steal that phone? What if someone was to break into your iCloud? What if? As a woman who has no ill intent toward another woman and has no business with that woman's explicit pictures in her phone to begin with, if you cared about what could hypothetically happen to her, if something would have happened to your phone, you would have cleared it out of good conscience. You didn't. I believe Britt when she says you saved it for a rainy day, because now you done motherfucking admitted that yes, you still have those pictures, but yet you would never share them. If you would never share them and that's your truth, bitch, they shouldn't even be accessible to you to begin with. If they were never going to become of any use for you, they should not be in your personal cell phone to begin with. Period. Point blank. Case closed. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And arguing that you keep your phones does not justify keeping the content, the inappropriate content. Content that could be potentially retaliatory and injurious to somebody else in that phone. Any more than you would want any of your niggas having sent images and pictures out to your ops and them holding on to the images in the name of holding on to the cell phone. It don't make sense, Ming Lee. I don't know whether you wrote this up, while you was getting your carpet munched on, bitch, and you were in between the twilight zone of lucidity and the induced trance, girl, of an orgasm. But the math definitely does not math Ming. And Britt Edie, you are definitely within your right to continue to put a mean side eye on that bitch and never trust her motherfucking ass, and to officially be on the defense. Because, baby, the underbelly implications of all of that, girl, are too much for a bitch to want to be cool, to want to still be friends, girl. And you are harboring harmful content about me. Yeah, baby, you're going to have to move that the fuck around, child. All right? That's the end of our docket, child. It's been a lot going on. It's been too much going on. I'll probably be back again one more time today. If not, I would definitely see y'all tomorrow. If there's any subject going on, girl, y'all already know, leave your suggestions and recommendations in the comment section. Tell me what you think, girl. Thumbs up, all that good jazz. Happy motherfucking Friday. All donation information is on the screen, girl. Tell a friend of a friend of a friend, girl. That's how we grow the motherfucking platform. I'll be in Patreon this weekend as well, getting into some updates regarding Carmelo Anthony and Austin McCaff, as well as talking about Trump. I'm also going to be doing all of my political based commentary and shows over in Patreon, girl. So y'all have to head on up over there to get all up into that. The link to Patreon is in the description box below. And I love you guys. Stay safe, and I will see you all later. Peace.